welcome to the Horn Report, a weekly recap of your campus news. I'm Sarah Johnson.
And I'm Hunter Jackson. Student government election results were announced Wednesday. We'll tell you the details.
And frustrated by the cost of your tuition, another increase is on the way.
And Albert Alvarado has the latest news on Longhorn sports. But first, here's our coverage on the student government elections. More than 200 students filed eagerly into the Lee Jamail Academic Room Wednesday for the results of the student government elections. Chairman of the Election Supervisory Board, Charles Maddox, led the announcement and wasted no time in delivering the results.
With 42.19% of the vote and eligible for the runoff, Scott Parks and Manisi Kabir.
Deputy Dean of Students Mindy Sutton says to expect an election process very similar to that of the original race.
It'll be very similar next week to what students experienced this week. They'll have the opportunity beginning at 8 a.m. next Tuesday through 5 p.m. next Wednesday to cast their vote, and then we'll have another announcement next Wednesday night.
With the runoff coming up, leading Alliance candidate Minotaur Azimi says he's ready for another week of campaigning.
We found out that we're going to a runoff. We're going into the runoff as the leaders in head with the most votes. So we're excited for one more week of this, and hopefully next week, this time, we'll have a definitive answer as to who's won.
But his campaign time will be cut short. At an election supervisory board hearing that stretched late into Wednesday night, the Azimi-Stein Alliance was convicted of illegally soliciting votes in a dorm and through the use of the university directory system. The pair is suspended from campaigning for 84 hours.
UT's Board of Regents increased tuition by $280 per academic year. This is a response to Governor Rick Perry's request that all state agencies cut their budgets by 5%. Because the plan cut $29 million away from UT's budget, the board had to increase tuition. The board also elected its first chairwoman, Colleen McHugh, an attorney from Corpus Christi. She previously served on the executive board of the UT Investment Management Company.
Less than a day after the Regents made their decision to raise tuition, students and faculty gathered on the West Mall in protest. The group of 60 marched through the main building as part of a nationwide day of action. UT professors Dana Cloud, Snehal Shingavi, and Robert Jensen all spoke at the event, which was sponsored in part by Stop the Cuts and Student Friends of the Cactus Cafe.
Lower for our needs, but lower for the needs that are imposed, the standards that are imposed from outside. We need to reject the notion that we're going to be number one.
The University Democrats and other local organizations will hold another rally for affordable education this Sunday, March 7th at noon in the Union. State Representatives Valinda Bolton and Donna Howard will speak at the event. And this week in crime, a motorcycle was stolen from a residence on West 21st Street. The bike was not registered, making locating the suspect more difficult. On East 21st Street, a man was found asleep in a Mazda. He was later found to be drunk, possibly when he handed the officer his credit card instead of his license. The man was immediately arrested and taken into custody. A UT student found the window of her Jeep broken out near Moore Hall. The burglars stole nearly $100 in personal belongings. Now here's Albert Alvarado with your sports update.
Texas became the first team since 2003 to go from top-ranked to unranked in the same season. Alabama was the last team to hold that honor. Last weekend, Damian James, Dexter Pittman, and Justin Mason played their final home game, and it was a game to remember. The Longhorns came back from a 13-point first-half deficit to beat Oklahoma 87-76. Texas wraps up its regular season against Baylor Saturday. The third-ranked Texas baseball team was in action Tuesday against Texas Pan American. The two teams traded runs for 4.5 innings, but in the fifth, with the score tied at 2, Cameron Rupp hit a solo home run. Rupp's first home run of the season put Texas up 3-2, and Chance Ruffin pitched 2 innings and closed the door on the Broncos. The Longhorns will be in Minute Maid Park this weekend for the Houston College Classic. They open the tournament against number 9 Rice Friday. Don't forget to visit our website, readthehorn.com, for more UT sports coverage. You'll find game stories, blogs, and the Bevo Banter, our weekly sports podcast. For the Horn Report Sports Update, I'm Albert Alvarado.
For these stories and more, go to readthehorn.com.
We'll see you next week.